why not do a vlog? How's that for an intro? What I decided that I'm gonna do for this vlog, since my vlogs usually have to do with random thoughts that come into my head, interesting topics, but I mean, they never are planned beforehand. Like, I don't really look at different perspectives or search it up online and try to see opinions on what I should talk about. Usually it's some like I watch a vlog or someone else's vlog or someone else's podcast or someone else's thing, and they mention like one line regarding a topic that interests me, and then I kind of go into like, oh, what's the psychology of that, or just I work my magic on it, and then the topic becomes a little bit more interesting, and then snowball effect, it becomes a vlog. But this time, while I was at work, I had some really lucid moments where I was just like, I don't know, my brain was like on fire, just thinking of things. I was like, wrote down and thought, oh wait, here's an interesting question to ask someone. Oh wait. So I pulled out my cell phone and wrote down these things. I'm looking at my cell phone right now, and I'm just gonna go off the first topic. I haven't really thought about it. First topic. So what I was saying here is, what kind of people think that holding on to regret is unwise? So what kind of sparked me thinking about that is that, I don't know. I guess I just thought to myself for a second. I was like, like, if I could go back in time, go back to like high school, and think of a time where, or just think of high school in general. Like, high school for me sucked, so for me that's like a regret. I wish I could go back in time and make high school a lot better, be a lot more social, and say things that I wouldn't have said. But then again, I still hold regret. Like, even if I went back in time to high school, and it's just like, if I went back in time and if that was an option, I have a feeling technology would be advanced and whatnot, but you wouldn't be able to keep your memories. You would just you would be kind of like, I don't know, you'd have like some kind of amnesia, or it would be like a paradox, because you've already done anything and you kind of remember everything when it's happening again. I don't know. For whatever reason, I think that you'd go back in time without your memory of anything that happened after. So you'd end up doing the same shit all over again because you're not a changed person. So, whatever, that's just me being negative. But I still regret the fact that going to high school, I didn't make my life any more than it actually was. So, yeah, I like, some people, just the thought like, like regretting something. Like, when I say I have regret about high school, so I don't know. I feel like some people might say to me, oh, you shouldn't regret anything you do because that's honestly who you were and you did that. So the regret is merely like you being disappointed at yourself. And you shouldn't be disappointed because, you live and you learn. You make mistakes and you become who you are. So there's not really any right or wrong way to live in the past. As bad as it might have seemed, like, thinking positively, if I didn't do what I did during high school, maybe I wouldn't be making this vlog right now. Because I didn't vlog. Yeah, I didn't vlog during high school. I started my vlogs, I think, beginning of university. So I had to leave. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I had to leave university to start vlogging. So yeah, maybe I wouldn't even be doing this right now if I wasn't the way I was in high school. It's possible. It's possible. So yeah, there, like, I understand why you shouldn't regret things, but at the same time, it's just like, I like kind of feeling sad. It's a weird thing to say, but I like feeling sad. So I kind of like regretting that high school wasn't as good, because it's just like, I know. Okay, just let me imagine. Like, let me think back to. Yeah, I just like it could have been so much better. I could have been such a not an amazing person, but I mean, I could have. I'm not gonna say what I could have done, because I don't know. I'm not. That's in my head. I don't say everything in my videos. But I mean, like, in general, I would have been a more social person. I would have, And because of that, I would have made more friends. Well, not more friends, but made friends sooner, I guess, because I didn't really make any good friends until, in my opinion, until the last year of high school. So, yeah. I could probably talk about this for a little bit more, but I'm going to move on to the next topic. So, let me look at my cell phone. Okay, so the next topic I'm going to talk about, let me just look at my phone here. Come on, phone. Fuck, my phone. Turn on. What? I was just using you a second ago. Do I have to plug? Fuck. Hold on, let me plug it in. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now is, let's talk about time. That's a fun thing to talk about. Just the fact that, yeah, I have like a couple topics floating around my head. I'm just kind of trying to weed out which ones I'd rather talk about. This is like a daily process for me, okay? It takes a lot of time out of not only vlogs, but if I could calculate the amount of time that I've spent just thinking about what I should think about, like metacognition, kind of, right? Or meta thought, whatever. I've wasted a lot of time. But then at the same time, maybe that time was worth it because maybe I would have just said things without thinking and the conversation would have, decreased in quality. Now, that's an interesting thing about time. It's like, if you give yourself time to think, then you might think of something amazing. But there are times, those moments where you're just like, you say something to someone, like a witty statement or some kind of question. You just say something, right? Really, just like, you say it off the cuff. No thinking, no preparation, you just say it. And then after you say it, you just realize how funny or how kind of clever it was to say that. Like, it happened to me at work a couple days ago. And I thought to myself first, after I said that, I was just like, at first I was shocked. I was just like, wow, that was actually pretty cool to say. But after I said that, I was just like, I thought about the concept of time, like, wait, how come I didn't even have to think? Like, how come that thought just exited, or that thought just was relayed quickly, processed, electrical signals in the brain, motor cortex moving the lips, and all the movements of the mouth while you're speaking, and like all that happened in a flash, and the message came out. I forget what I said, okay, because I didn't even process it, and plus I forget shit. But still, I was just like, holy shit, you can think, and I questioned myself. I was like, why is it that I'm able to think of clever shit without even, thinking? And then sometimes I think a lot and I just talk about bullshit. Like, I say like a lot. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like right now I'm just thinking, and it's like an empty blank space of like if I had to put an image in my head of what my thought process was going through, it would just be a blank chalkboard with the eraser marks that you can still see, like something was written there, but somebody erased it, and that somebody is like my subconscious brain, or I don't know what. And yeah, it's just that's an empty place. It's oddly empty. And I mean, you can spend as much time as you want, and I don't think you would be able to find a good thing to think about. But people, I get told, at least by one person at least, all the time that, think before you speak. And it's kind of a thing that everyone kind of knows. Like, think before you speak, because you might say something you regret. You might say, and people say that because, if you say something without thinking, you might say something about, like, if someone tells you that well, I did it once. Like, my friend told me his sister went to, like, an old friend told me his sister went to went to rehab or went to some kind of asylum, something of that sort, right? And I just smiled at him and said, "That's good." And I wasn't listening, but I mean, I guess that was more of an issue of listening than thinking. But at the same time, like the consequences are the same. You'll be because he looked at me. He was like, "What? Like, how is that a good thing?" But I learned. Well, not really. I still don't really think before I speak a lot, but it just made me think about how like the brain doesn't need that much time to think of something clever because you might already have like thoughts and everything processed ahead of time. So in some like these are thoughts that you've already thought of, and then they kind of resurface. They grow. You've planted a seed, and somehow they're watered by experience and thoughts and emotion and the perfect biological. I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I'm just like thinking too deeply about something that's kind of like maybe that's exactly what you needed to say, and it's like the only response. I don't know, but still, I'm interested in neuroscience, and I want to know why I was able to think of something witty and quickly without thinking and not even processing that thought with enough time beforehand. It's just like, I want to know why. I want to know how it happened. Because I want to find the answer as to why, if you, like, right now, if I try to think of a different topic to talk about, like, first thing that came to my head was soccer, but that's because I watched the USA-Belgium game today. A little bit of it. I could talk about how that fan noise in the background annoys me. It's just that, like, it's hard to think about something that you want to talk about. I mean, there's various factors right now. Like, I'm tired. It's 3 a.m. After work too, right? And yeah, I'm just, yeah, maybe that's why. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not that different when I'm like awake and full of energy either. So, yeah. I am definitely gonna post this because I haven't posted a vlog in a while, and let's post something. It's bullshit that I just post videos and stop posting them for a while. So, I'll post this video, and okay. I'm gonna go play some Pokemon Emerald to get myself asleep, and that'll be all. Sayonara, my friends. Specifically my friends, because no one else watches this.